Begin on our backs. Make any adjustments that you need to your body so you feel nice and evenly on your mat or towel. Find a comfortable place for your hands and your arms. And I invite you to close your eyes. Begin to breathe in and out of the nose. Elongating those inhales and exhales. And finding softness. Releasing tension anywhere in your body. And let's begin to control the breath. This is 3-part breath. Breathing into the belly, letting it rise. It's going to go up into the rib cage. Top of the inhale goes all the way up to the collarbone space. And exhale nice and slow. Next inhale, go ahead and bend the knees, bring the knees to the chest, give yourself a little hug. Maybe rocking the knees or circling the knees, if that feels good. Place the feet back down. And then let's inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Cross it over, make the shape of a 4. Inhale that right knee up towards, or the left knee up towards the chest. Nice big breath in. And then exhale, lower that left foot down. Inhale the right leg up. And then we'll switch sides. Left leg goes up to the sky. Cross it over, make the shape of a 4. Inhale that right knee up towards the chest this time. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, lower that right foot down. Inhale that left leg up. And then place it back down. Bring both of those knees back up towards the chest. Give yourself another little hug. And exhale, place the feet back down. This time the feet are going to be walking out towards the sides of your mat if you're on one, so the feet are nice and wide. And then if you want to take your arms out to the sides, make the shape of a T or a cactus, whichever feels better. Inhale that big breath in. Then as you exhale, let the knees just come over towards the right. Inhale, bring the knees back up towards the sky. Then exhale, let the knees drop over towards the left. Feet are going to stay planted this whole time. Inhale, bring those knees back up. And exhale, knees fall to the right. Inhale up. And exhale, knees fall to the left. Inhale up. Knees are going to fall to the right. We're going to stay that way. And for a few breaths, feel free to look over that left shoulder if that feels okay on the neck. Find softness along the left side of your body, especially around that hip area. Use each exhale to soften. Final big breath in and out. Next inhale, bring the head and the knees up towards the sky. Exhale, let the knees fall to the left this time. Head looks over that right shoulder if that feels okay. Finding softness along the right side of your body this time. Notice if you feel a difference from one side of the body versus the other. Final big breath in and out. Next inhale, bring the head and the knees up towards the sky. Bring the knees back to the chest. Give yourself a little hug. And then exhale, place the feet back down. This time the feet are going to be hip width or outer hip width apart. Walk the feet a little bit closer towards your buttocks. We're going to ground into those feet as you inhale. As you exhale, press into the feet, engage the legs, and lift the hips up towards the sky. Stay lifted for your next in-breath. Exhale, roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Again, big breath in. Exhale, press into the feet, engage the legs, lift the hips up. Stay lifted for your next in-breath. Exhale, roll it down, nice and slow. Again, inhale. Exhale, press into the feet, engage the legs, lift the hips up. Stay lifted. Pressing evenly through both of those feet. We're going to lift up the arms. They're going to make the shape of a rainbow. Bringing the taps of the hands all the way up to the top of your towel or mat. Just keep pressing evenly through those feet. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rolling down, bringing the arms down with you. Hips and the hands hit the mat at the same time. Bring those knees to the chest. A little hug. And then go ahead and keep them there. We're going to keep this ball shape. You're going to take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, curl up, lifting those shoulders up off of the ground. Keep this ball shape, hugging that right knee in and the shoulders lifted the whole time. We're going to extend the left leg either up or out. It's up to you. We're going to switch sides here. We're doing this deliberately, nice and slow. Left knee hugs in and right leg extends either up or out. And then switch. Right knee hugs in and left leg extends. Again, keeping those shoulders lifted. Left knee hugs in and the right leg extends. And switch. Right knee hugs in. And then switch. Left knee hugs in. We're going to stay lifted, bringing that right knee in, curling into that little ball, curling that shoulders up even a little bit more. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Make your way over to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. And then go ahead and exhale, pressing into your hands and coming up onto your hands and knees into table position. All right. Let's do a little cat-cow here. Warm up the spine. So you inhale, drop the belly, lift through the tailbone, broaden the front of those shoulders, maybe lift through the chin. As you exhale, send the middle part of your back straight up to the sky. Let the head drop. Inhale. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. One more time each one. Inhale. Listen to yourself. Breathe. Exhale. And then come back into neutral. Let's do some hip circles. So we're going to take a nice big breath in. So you exhale, send the hips to the right. Continue circling back. As you inhale, you're going to circle up that left side. Let your upper body do whatever's intuitive. There might be some great side stretches there. Go 3 times to the right, drawing a little bit of wider circle each time, and then 3 times to the left. Again, always listen to yourself. Breathe. When you're done with your circle, you'll meet in child's pose. Take a nice big breath in and out. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to walk the hands over towards the right, any amount. Sink those hips back again and breathe into the left side of your body. Feel that rib cage expanding 3-dimensionally in the front, through the side and the back. Take another big breath in. So you exhale, walk the hands over towards the left, any amount. Sink those hips back and breathe into the right side of your body. Notice if you feel a difference on each side. Big breath in. And then exhale, bring those hands back to center. Inhale, coming back up into our table position. All right, let's do a little bit of hip mobility here. So we're going to lift up that right knee. Knee is bent. And then you're going to take that knee straight back and then lower it down. Okay, I'm going to switch directions here so you can see. Sorry, wrong way. Right knee comes up towards the side. Bring that knee straight back and then lower. Try to focus on not moving your hips around. Nice and steady. And inhale, bringing that knee up. Take that knee back and lower. Again, inhale up. Bring that knee back and lower. One more time, inhale. Bring that knee back and lower. And then let's do the other side. So this time the left knee is going to lift up. Again, it's bent. Then bring that left knee straight back and lower. Nice little circle. Inhale up. Bring that knee back, nice and slow and controlled, and lower. Inhale up. Bring that knee back and lower. 2 more times. Inhale up. Bring that knee back and lower. 1 more time. Inhale and bring that knee back and lower. You should feel your glutes already starting to nicely activate here. And you can let that go. It's coming into child's pose. Maybe even rocking the hips from side to side if that feels good. Final big breath in and out. Next inhale, returning up to our table position. Let's go ahead and open up the shoulders. We're going to thread the needle. I like to flow through a couple of times before we actually reach that third time moving into that shape. So place the weight into that left hand. Inhale, right arm up and twist. And then exhale, flow through. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, flow through. Inhale and lift. And exhale, make your way into that shape. Right shoulder down, the side of the head down. I'm simply pressing into that left hand, lifting up that left elbow and looking towards that left armpit. Lots of variations. Do whatever is in your practice. But be sure to breathe into your back body and weight the knees evenly. That right knee tends to take a little bit more weight, so be sure to shift and rebalance. Final big breath in and out. Take another big breath in. So you exhale, press down on that left hand, untwist, inhaling the right arm up. And then exhale, hands back down. Other side, wait until that right hand, inhale, left arm up and twist. Exhale, flow through. Inhale, lift up and twist again. And exhale, flow through. One more time, lift up. This time, make your way into that shape. Again, shoulder down, side of the head down. My right hand is pressing into the earth. Right elbow is up towards the sky, and I am looking towards my right armpit. There's lots of variations. I just really like this particular one. It gets somewhere I can feel into that back body. Find a big breath in and out. Take another big breath in. So you exhale, press down on that right hand and twist, inhaling the left arm up again. And then exhale, hands back down. Tuck the toes, big breath in. As you exhale, lift the knees just an inch or two above the mat, letting them hover. Feel everything in your body activate. Pay attention to your breath and smooth it out. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, plant the tops of the feet, place the weight into that left hand. Inhale that right arm up. Extending that left leg straight back. If you feel steady, then lift and balance. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Let that side go. Weight into the right hand. Inhale that left arm up. Left bicep is by left ear. Extend the right leg straight back and then lift. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Let that side go. And go ahead and sit up on the backs of your heels. We're going to do a little flow that's going to bring us up to standing. We'll do it 3 times. Let's take a look, and then we'll do it together. So we'll start in our child's pose. And then make our way up into table position. If you like cat-cow, like I do, you can come up, inhaling in your cat arch back, and then end in cow. Then you'll tuck your toes. Exhale, lifting up those hips into our first down dog. Inhale, slowly returning with control back to table. Then exhale back into our child's pose. And begin again right away. All right? It's a sequence. We're going to do that 3 times. We'll hang out in down dog on our 3rd one. Come down. We'll take a breath first and then we'll get going. All right, big breath in and out. Let's begin. Inhale, make your way up into table. Exhale, tuck those toes, lift your hips up into down dog. Inhale, slowly returning to table with control. And then exhale, child's pose. Again, inhale. Up to table. Exhale, tuck those toes, lift your hips up into down dog. Inhale, slowly returning to table. And then exhale, child's pose. Last time, inhale. Up to table. Exhale, tuck those toes, lift your hips, and stay here in down dog. Let's go ahead and get those wiggles out. So pedal out your feet. Shift your hips from left to right. Notice how your body feels. Reconnect with that breath. And then coming to a place of stillness. Big breath in. Bottom of that exhale, bend those knees. Walk or step up to the front of the mat. Keep your feet apart. Take a ragdoll. Allow that torso to just melt towards the earth. Let the head and neck release. Feel free to roll out the shoulders. Shake yes, the head, no, the head. Maybe even grab opposite elbows and swing. Maybe just wiggle. Whenever you do, try to release some sort of tension here anywhere in your body. And if you're clasping those elbows, release them. Let's roll all the way up. Bring those arms up to the sky. And exhale. Hands down. Awesome. So, standing at the top of your mat, let's begin our sun salutations. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it out to plank. Slowly lower yourself down to your belly. Keep the hands right there. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck those toes, big breath in. Exhale, push through table and into down dog. Big breath in. Bottom of that exhale, bend those knees, either walk or step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it out to plank. Slowly lower yourself down to your belly with control. Plant those feet. Bring those arms into the shape of a 747. We're going to fly, lifting up the arms and the legs 3 times. Inhale and lift. Exhale, release. Again, inhale and lift. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Tuck those, or bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Big breath in. Exhale, push through table and into down dog. Big breath in. Bottom of that exhale, bend those knees. Let's meet up at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. Arms down. Again, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it out to plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck those toes, big breath in. Push through table and stay here. Extend the left leg straight back. Yep. Nice active leg. And then you're going to bend into the elbows a little or a lot. It's up to you. We're going to bend and then press back up. So bend and press. Bend and press. Bend and press. Lower the left foot right where it is. Place the right hand right below your face, opening up to the left into a supported side plank. Gaze can stay down, out, or up. Going to shift the weight onto that right hand and lift that left leg up off of the earth. So the leg is parallel with the earth. Again, gaze where you find stability. Try to keep your entire body nice and still. And smooth out that breath. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Lower that left leg, turning back to your hands and knees. We'll do the other side. Let's extend the right leg out. Bend through those elbows and press. Again, bend and press. Bend and press. Lower the right foot right where it is. Left hand goes right below your face. And this time open up to the right. Again, I find that stability when your gaze is down at your hand is a little bit easier to find. We're going to shift the weight onto that left hand. Lift that right leg up. Right leg is parallel with the earth. Keep your body nice and still. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right leg, turning back to your hands and knees, and coming into child's pose for just a moment. Maybe rock the hips back and forth. Next inhale, make your way back up to table, tuck those toes, coming up into down dog. Let's inhale that right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee towards the nose, pause. Inhale and extend. Knee towards the nose, pause. Inhale and extend. This time, step the right foot through. Setting up that right knee stacked over the right ankle. Lower the left knee behind you, pressing into those feet. Coming into your lunge. This might already be a nice enough stretch here. You can bend into that front knee, extend that stretch even further. And let's do it a little bit further even. We're going to press into those feet. So there's an active engagement between your upper and inner thighs. Arms are going to go straight up to the sky. And then the right hand is going to come to the right hip. Left hand is reaching over to the right, maybe an inch, maybe 2 or 3 inches. Pressing into those feet will help you keep your balance. But feel the stretch in the front of that left hip. Big breath in and out. Next inhale, release. Hands come down, stepping out to plank. Lower yourself down to your belly. Keep the hands there. Inhale for cobra or upward dog. Exhale. Tuck those toes, big breath in. Push through plank or table and into down dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale that left leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring the knee towards the nose and pause. Inhale and extend. And then exhale, knee to nose and pause. Inhale and extend. Step the left foot through. Set up your lower lunge. Right knee behind you comes down. And then come all the way up. Again, this might already be enough. Maybe bend into that left knee. Extend your stretch. Either way, we're going to press into those feet now. Inhaling those arms up to the sky. Left hand comes down to the left hip. And this time the right hand is going to reach over towards the left, maybe an inch, maybe 2 or 3. Notice if there's a difference on one side versus the other. Keep pressing into those feet if you're off balance. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hands down, stepping out to plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, release. Tuck those toes, big breath in. Push through table and into down dog. Big breath in. Bottom of that exhale, let's meet up at the top of your towel or mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it out to plank, optional vinyasa, or push back into a down dog. Inhaling that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Inhale and extend. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Inhale and extend. This time, step it through for your warrior 1. Inhale and lift. Exhale to your warrior 2. Reverse that warrior, inhale and lift. As you exhale, pick up that back heel. Pivot the whole body, including that back foot forward. Lower yourself into that right-sided lunge. Always the option to drop that back knee, but if it's lifted, send it up to the sky. Left hand down, inhale, right arm up and twist. Big breath in. Exhale. Lower that right hand. Lower that left knee. And then go ahead and scoot the hips back. We'll come into a hamstring stretch here before we continue with our sequence. So let that torso melt towards the leg, the earth. Let the head and neck relax. Find a big breath in and out. Next inhale, go ahead and come out to this halfway lunge. We're going to shift forward, reaching forward, using a block if you'd like. Once you've made yourself up to standing, lifting up into our Ardha Chandrasana. I'm going to turn the hips forward, take a nice step, and sit into a chair. And then slowly reach. And let that side go. Let's try it on the other side. Inhale and lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it out to plank. Optional vinyasa, or push back into a down dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Inhale and extend. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Inhale and extend. This time step it through for your warrior one. Inhale, lift. Exhale into your Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse your warrior. So you exhale, pick up that back heel, pivot the whole body towards the front. Lower yourself down into that left-sided lunge this time. Right hand down, inhale, left arm up and twist. Again, option to lower that back left knee or back right knee. Big breath in. Exhale. Lower that arm, lower that back knee, scoot the hips back, squaring them off as much as you can. Making your way into this hamstring stretch. Maybe this knee's bent, maybe that foot's flexed. It doesn't matter what your shape looks like. Let that torso make its way towards the leg. Find softness through the neck. Find a big breath in and out. Next inhale, make your way out to this halfway lunge. Again, we're just going to shift our weight forward into that front foot, reaching with that left arm for support. Usually I have a block right here for additional support because it's difficult to transition into a standing from all the way on the ground. So again, we're going to shift the weight forward. You're going to bring the hips up and reach that left hand forward. You're going to bring that right leg up maybe. Maybe we start to balance. Maybe that right hand is on that right hip. Maybe we lift up. All we're going to do is square up the hips, bend that left knee, take a step, and again, take a seat. Arms can be down, out, or up. Firm that lower belly, and then stand all the way up, and exhale, release. All right. Again, inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it out to plank. Optional vinyasa, or push back into a down dog. And then inhale that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause. Lower the right knee all the way to the mat. Pick it back all the way up, and then extend. We'll do that again. Knee towards the nose and pause. Lower it with control down to the mat. Pick it back up, and then extend. One more time. Knee to nose and pause. Lower that knee down. Pick it back up, and extend. This next time we're going to let that right knee drop all the way. So knee to nose pause, lower that right knee down, and stay here. All right, lifting up that back left leg like we did before. Energy is coming out of that leg. We're going to press into those elbows, or press down, and then press back up. Pardon. Bend those elbows, and then press. One more time, bend, and press. Going to lower the left foot. Again, bring that right front hand right below your face, opening up to your supported side plank. Find your stability. Maybe this time we step out into our side plank, sending the hips straight up towards the sky. Remember to breathe. Big breath in and out. If you're in your side plank, go ahead and bring that knee down. And then we're going to shift the weight over to that right hand, lift that left leg up. Left leg is parallel with the earth like we did at the beginning. Then we're going to bend that left leg, maybe reach back, maybe grabbing that left foot with that left hand and pressing the hips forward, opening up through the heart, and balancing. Final big breath in and out. Extend the arm and the leg. Turning back to your hands and knees, just coming into child's pose. And then coming back up to table, tuck those toes, coming up into our down dog. Big breath in. Bottom of that exhale, let's meet up at the top of your mat or towel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it out to plank, optional vinyasa, or push back into a down dog. Inhale that left leg up to the sky, knee towards the nose and pause. And this time lower that left knee down, pick it back up, and then extend. Do it again. Knee towards the nose, pause. Lower it down with control, pick it back up, and extend. One more time, knee towards the nose. Lower it down, bring it back up, and extend. This time the knee is going to stay lower, so lower it down with control and stay there. Pick up that back right leg. Nice active leg. Bending through those elbows a little or a lot. Bend and press. Bend and press. One more time, and press. Lower the right foot right where it is. Place the left hand below your face, opening up to that supported plank. Opening up that right side of the body. And then again, shifting the weight over towards that left hand, you're going to pick up that right leg. Right leg is parallel with the earth. Balance. Don't forget to breathe. If you want to go further, challenging that balance even more, bend that right knee. Maybe reach that right hand, grabbing that right foot, right shin, right ankle. And then again, press that right hip open or towards the front. Lift up through the heart. Let the shoulders open up. I'm going to let go with control, reaching the hand and the arm back out. And then drop that leg, turn back to your hands and knees, coming into child's pose, and let that side go. Again, maybe rock the hips from side to side if that feels good. Let's make our way up to table position, and then go ahead and make your way onto your seat. And let's make our way onto our backs. We're going to do 2 sets of bridge. So bend through those knees, bring the feet a little bit closer towards your buttocks, hands are down by the sides. You're going to take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, press into the feet, engage the legs, lift the hips up to the sky. Stay lifted, keep on pressing evenly through both of those feet. Begin to press into the hands, the forearms, those upper outer arms, feeling that little puff in the chest. Your body's either pressing into the mat or the earth, or lifting straight up towards the sky. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. 1 vertebrae by vertebrae. Try not to make much movement here. Just notice the breath slow down and anything that you feel in terms of sensations. Let's do that again. Big breath in. Exhale, pressing into those feet. Engage the legs and lift the hips up. This time we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to have a little shift in our weight from our feet, from foot to foot. It requires a lot of strength in your hips in order to actually lift one foot up. So you don't have to do that, but it's something that you could play with. So again, pressing into those feet, begin to press into the hands, the forearms, and those upper outer arms. And then maybe start to shift the weight more into that right foot. Maybe just play with how it would feel to try to lift that left heel off of the mat. Keep pressing actively into the hands, the forearms, and those upper outer arms. Now lower that left heel down. Shift the weight over to that left foot. Feel the glutes, everything really activate. And again, maybe just lift up that right heel. Maybe at some point you can reach out that leg and completely shift the weight over. But for now, try not to let the hips drop. Maybe just lift up each heel. Shifting back, we're going to lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae, let go of all that effort. Again, finding softness. Allowing yourself to let go of that activation. All right. Like we started off at the beginning, we're going to inhale that right leg up to the sky, cross it over, make the shape of a 4, inhale that left knee up towards the chest. This time maybe flex the feet. See if that extends the stretch further up into the glutes and hips. Keep elongating through that tailbone. Use each breath to go a little bit deeper into the shape. Final big breath in. Exhale, lower that left foot down, inhale the right leg up, and then place it back down. Other side, left leg up, cross it over, make the shape of a 4, bring that right knee up towards the chest this time. Keep lengthening through that tailbone. Again, maybe flexing through the feet to see if that changes the extent of your stretch. Big breath in. Exhale, lower that right leg down. Inhale the left leg up. And then moving into whatever twist feels good for you. Supine twist. Maybe just taking one knee, extending the leg out, moving one over to the side. I'm going to take you into a deep twist if you want to follow me. I've got both the knees bent, extending that right leg up, cross it over into your eagle leg. I'm going to press into that left foot, inhale and press down, lifting the hips up. And then go ahead and move the hips over to the right a couple inches and place the hips down. So we want the feet to scoot to the right as the knees fall over towards the left. So the knees fall to the left, feet go to the right. Then we make our way all the way over into that twist. Let your knees settle, and then take your arms out to the sides, making the shape of a T or a cactus, whichever feels better, depending on how open your shoulders are. Again, finding any supine twist that you love. allowing this right rib cage, heart space area to expand. Breathing into that back body as well. Finding more and more space within the lungs, within the body, with every breath. Take a final few breaths in this shape. And then on your next inhale, we'll bring the arms down, bring the knees back up to the sky, pressing into that left foot. Bring the hips up, shift them back to the left into your neutral position, and then go ahead and unwind those legs. Might feel good to bring your knees to the chest in between sides. Switch sides wherever you are in your supine twist. It's perfectly fine. I'm going to extend the left leg up, cross it over from my eagle leg, pressing into the right foot, lift up the hips, shift them over to the left a couple inches, place them back down. Again, knees are going to fall all the way to the right. Feet scoot over to the left a little bit to allow that, and then arms go out to the sides. It takes a minute for our bodies to really settle into this shape. It requires us to surrender and release in order to kind of really get into an area of perhaps comfort. But send the message to the body, especially around the hip areas here. Our fight and flight response is pretty strong. So just send the message to let go. Give yourself permission to let go. Taking these last few breaths to find any extra bit of softness anywhere in your body. And you're going to bring the arms down by the sides. If you're in this shape that I'm in, bring the knees back up to the sky, pressing into that right foot. Shift the hips over to the right, back into your neutral, unwind those legs. Knees to the chest, give yourself a little hug. And do whatever position or shape feels good for your body. If you need to, maybe a happy baby. Maybe just taking the knees wide, grabbing the front of the shins, the ankles, and letting the groin stretch. Do whatever feels good and intuitive for you. Find your way into Shavasana. Get extending the legs out if that feels comfortable for the lower back. If not, feel free to bend those knees. Make any adjustments to your body so you feel nice and comfortable. Let the arms and the legs just completely relax. as long as you like. When you're ready, begin to make some small movements. Slowly make your way up to sitting. Exhale. Making your way up. Sitting up nice and tall, letting those shoulders just relax. Close your eyes. Relax all those muscles in your face. Let's bring our hands together. Let's bow your head towards your heart. Take a few deep breaths in gratitude. Thanks for joining me today. Aloha.